Good morning. Happy Friday. Just get all my screens up. Where are we? Excuse me. Oh, look at that there. I'm waiting. Oh, my little signs. Hey, morning. Oh, there's lots of you here. Hey, Claire. Hey, Alison, Avril, Melissa, Susan. I'm good, thank you, Avril. Joyce, hello. Wendy, Sharon, Louise, Pippa. It's miserable. It is here. We've got Storm Amy on our way, although it's more north, so we'll probably just get lots of rain. But yeah, it's miserable today. Good day to stay in and craft. Hi everybody. Let me just grab the live here, and then I can put the links in. Right, that's that one. I'll just get this shared out as well. Chat amongst yourselves a second. It's just loading up my end. I've nearly had my coffee actually this morning now as well. Alright. Oh, that didn't come out. Morning everyone. I can see people joining. I'm just dropping in some links and sharing it to my 2 pages. Oh no, Laura, is it raining? She goes all the way to Turkey and it's raining. No, that's not allowed. How dare it rain? Right, and then share, copy, share this to both. What time is it in Turkey? It's a few hours ahead, isn't it? Is it like 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours ahead? I can't remember. Is that, doesn't look like the right way of sharing it. 2 seconds, guys, sorry, it's just that link didn't look right. Let me just try. I'm going to try it a different way, I don't like that way. Let's try that. That's better. And share to crafters. Done. There we go. Okay. So we're going to make a nice autumn card today. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Sarah. Anna. Oh, yay, my Friday night treat. Hi, all. Hello. So you must be Australia, New Zealand, over that way. Yeah, Amy's going to miss you in Cork. Simone might not be so lucky in Mayo. Yeah, it showed on our map that it was more going to hit like the northern parts of the UK, Scotland and stuff. Morning, Debbie. Hey, Kay. Yeah, gloomy, it's horrible, isn't it? Hey, Simone. Hello, Barbara, Wendy. Very hot where I am, 38 degrees here today. Nice. Subscribe to your Made to Make. Yay! Oh, I hope you enjoy it. I'm looking forward to when it all comes out. Katie, hello. Hi from Mars, PA, USA. Mars, PA. Is that Pasadena? Where else could it be? Mars sounds cool. It sounds like you're not even on Earth. You probably get that all the time. I got wet swimming, then wet showering, then wet walking to the car. Oh dear. Right, 2 seconds. I just need to blow my nose, but I'm going to step out the room because you don't want to be hearing that first thing. I'm still full of it, but it is the end, you know, it's just everything's coming out now, so yeah, you don't want to be listening to me doing that all morning. Oh yeah, thumbs up. What are we on? We've got 65 people here and only 14 thumbs up. I'm going to thumbs up myself. Just click the cross, come out of the chat, give it a thumbs up, and then just hit the chat again, and you can come straight back in. Oh, Pennsylvania. Not very good. There is a place called Pasadena though, isn't there? Pippa's so fed up. Lovely weekend planned with my oldest son, and then this morning I'm stuck on the sofa as back problems have reared their ugly head, waiting for painkillers to kick in and see if I can move. Oh, how rubbish is that? Sorry to hear you're all laid up. Morning, Deb. Hey, Wendy. Wet Norfolk. Yeah, I think the most of the UK's wet today, isn't it? Oh, thank you anyway. Pasadena is in California. Oh, okay. Right, let's get started. So I thought it'd be nice, I've got an idea, to have a bit of a AWOL pumpkin on the pumpkin patch for the card. So, and I was looking, I've actually done quite a few nice cards using this stamp set, and I'm going to do a little Instagram reel showing all of them. And just for anybody who's new here, or just as a little recap, these are just some of the cards I've made using the stamp sets. You've got that lovely frame there and the pinks and the greens. You can see all the lovely images, and that's a little top fold. Then I've got this lovely one, Welcome to the Pumpkin Patch. And these are all using different mechanisms from MTS. Another very, very sweet card. And then this one, which was the pop-up side box card. So you've got all of the supports there with all of the pumpkins. And then we did these two. So we've got the thank you with the floating kind of topper. And then that one. There's another one there as well. So what we got there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to do another one. So we've got 6 lovely cards using the set. And then today's tutorial that's going up onto Mixed Up Craft is this version. So after Wednesday's live, I got the Up Above stamp set out, and we've got the lovely space scene. And then when you bring it up, you've got your pop-up plate there, and I added a support just under her there. And then look, we've got our spinning alien. So this is the one that I made for anybody that missed Wednesday's live. I've got so many cards, I've got them all photographed, so I just need to get them all with envelopes. There it is. So that was the Under the Sea one, using that set. So when you lift it up, you have that acetate lifted platform with the fish, which turned out really lovely. And then I thought, what other one would work well? So I made this space one. Houston, we have a birthday. And then the whole thing lifts up, and you've got the little wobbler one there actually. And then you've got your spinny element there as well. How lovely is that? And then I just inked up the background, used the stamps from the stamp set, added some stars as well. And I think that's come together really nice. So that one will be coming out this afternoon. So you'll be able to watch that one back. But they are really quite special cards, I think. I've loved putting these two together. Oh, I love the space one. There's something about these themes. I just really enjoy nautical scenes. Space is just really good, I think, because there's just so many elements. And because it's a floaty, up in the air movement kind of theme, it works for so many different cards. So yeah, so there's a couple more ideas using those stamp sets if you've got them as well. So I'm on a roll with cards at the moment. I feel really creative right now. It's nice to do some lovely cards. I love the space one. I think it will be perfect for my great nephew. Oh, lovely. Yeah, well, you'll be able to catch it later. Morning, Sam and everyone. Bit late this morning. What a dreary day it is. It's miserable. I think none of us have got nice weather, even those that are abroad. Although there was one person who said they had 38 degrees. Otherwise, we're all feeling it. So what I thought we'd do then today is, like I said, we're going to have a bit of a an AWOL pumpkin. And the idea is I want the pumpkin, probably I'm going to use this one here. And it's going to look like it's just settled in the pumpkin patch with all the other pumpkins. But then when you move it, he's going to move away from it as if he's like blown away or he's had enough. So I'm going to do these ones, the little one there as well, lots of the leaves again. So kind of similar to this one. Is it that one? No, actually probably be more the box style in terms of them kind of laid out. But obviously it's going to be on a DL size card. If you imagine, then one of them's just going to kind of come out. I make space cards for my granddaughter. Oh, nice. Oh, what was that? Oh, just replies to other ones. Oh, people saying hi. Okay, so I think first of all, we need to ink the background. So let me just put that away so I've got some space. And let's cut down a piece of card. I've got some scrap bits here. Where are those pieces actually? So I'll use this one. So I'm going to cut it down to 3 3/4. This is going to be my matte layer for a DL size, but this can go on any size card. So if you don't like making slimline, just any size you like to make. 3 3/4 by 8, and that will fit. Oh, it's just under anyway. Oh, that's fine. I'm not going to worry about a little bit of a measurement being off. Okay. I think I'm going to do a different colourway rather than doing traditional. I might do, see, I liked the pink. Maybe I could do this kind of colourway, the orange and the pink, and bits of green again for the leaves. So we do, and maybe add a bit of yellow in, so we do a lot more lighter colours. So I think I'll keep that one there for a minute. So if we go for Mode Lawn, because it's much lighter, and Twisted Citron, and then got to use the pumpkin, carved pumpkin, and then I'm gonna have to get out and see. Ooh, Northern Lights colours. Yeah, they are actually, aren't they? Picked raspberry. What's that one there as well? Kitsch. Yeah, Kitsch Flamingo's lovely. So I think we'll go for those for this card. I think that's a nice, yeah, we'll go for those ones. Sorry I've been absent for a while, but what was used for the spinners? Oh, they're nail art spinners. I did share a link 2 days ago on my Facebook. So if you just scroll down some of the posts, you'll find them. Sorry, they're the Wobblers. It's because I've put them in there. It's these. And they're little spinners. They're like they're what's inside a fidget spinner. Now we have only plans are to dash out for cake and coffee later. Nice. I may partake in a G&T as well. So for the day, perfect. Sounds nice. Right. So let's. I'm going to just brush. Oh, I don't want to contaminate that one. Yeah, brush that one over first. So that's at the bottom. So that's kind of our grassy area. Go for a bit more actually. That's kind of where they're going to sit. And then I do the lightest pink kind of in the middle. Try and rub most of these on because it's just a little bit quicker. Don't want to contaminate my other ones though. And we'll blend them in a minute. So how's everybody, apart from just staying in? You've been up to much since I last spoke? And then finish with the orange. Just popped to say hi, can't stay. No problem, Sandra. Thanks for coming in. So we've got our colour. Actually looks quite good. If you want more of an abstract look, you don't want to ink any of it, you know, blend any of it, you could just leave that. But I am going to just, a bit Bob Ross like. Let's grab, just use the light green, I think. Went to London yesterday and saw Moulin Rouge. It was, oh, I bet that was really cool. Yeah, they're so dry, they're not even blending, those ones. Okay, let's do the pinks. Out for lunch and exercise, great control, so I didn't jeopardise my weight. Yeah, there's nothing worse. You go out and then you end up eating after. Get a nice bit of cake after a gym session or something. I'm going to spritz over it all in a minute. I just want to make them a little bit blurred. Because that's more my style. Okay, that looks good. The orange is carved pumpkin. Is there a pumpkin spice? Spice marmalade? Is that what you're thinking? I was going to say, I don't think there's a pumpkin spice. Right, give this a little spritz. Morning, Karen. Oh, thank you, Sandra. Yeah, thumbs up. What we got now? 79 watching, only 43 thumbs up. You just click off, hit the thumbs up, and then you can click straight back onto the chat again. It just helps them push my live out to more like-minded people. Remind people as well. You'll get reminders if you like your posts. You're more likely for YouTube to actually send a notification. I did think that, Sandra. Okay. So what spritz shall we do? Because I did like a goldy colour over that one because it goes nice with obviously the oranges. Maybe we could go a little bit more pink. So we could do pink marmalade. Oh, we've got Kitsch Flamingo in the pink. Let's do that. That'll look nice. Yeah, we've made our own colour there, Avril and Sandra. You're not really going to see much of that green once all the pumpkins are over it anyway. So there we go. Right, I'm going to give this a quick blast with my heat gun. So just watch out if you've got your headphones on. We just want to absorb the Spritz, just evaporate that and just dry that moisture from the water. Of course, you don't have to do this kind of background. You just use pattern paper, emboss a background, that would look just as nice. If you swapped out the green for a yellow, then you got a nice tutti frutti summer ice cream lollipop kind of background. That would look really nice. So it's pretty dry now. Okay, so when it's still warm, if you just keep your hand on it, that'll help just flatten it. But this is going to be stuck. It's going to be, we're going to die cut into it as well. So it'll go through the machine and then it gets stuck to the card blank. So I'm not too worried about any warping. Soon will go. Right, so messy part out of the way. I think now we will start stamping and colouring. So we can lay out what's going to be needed. Let's just pop these back. That one, pick the raspberry, twisted, mowed lawn. So we'll pop these back as well. I did hold up the colours that I've used for that space card. You'll see that in the video when it goes up this afternoon. And the pens that I use to colour it all in as well. So now you do like to know, some of you. Oh, I knew they were all going to fall down. I don't usually take so many out, so I can just reach up and put one in. Oh, don't do it when you're holding other things. Actually lighter. They're all kind of the same. I think I've just mixed all the oranges together there. Right. That one, I've got some scrap card. Yeah, I just held them all up in the video so you'll be able to take a screenshot. Makes it a bit easier. Right, so we're going to need lots of green, pink and orange leaves in amongst them. We'll do a couple of that big one, little one, and then the one with the face. I have space for the sentiment, so that's going to be fine. I've got that leaf there. And this one as well. Do a couple of toadstools. They do look cute in the pink. I think that's all like the nature parts of it. And then, yeah, see on the front of the frame there, it was nice because I did like the pumpkins, the latte kind of thing there, your drinks. The cinnamon sticks were all sticking out as well. I think we'll just stick with those ones. I'm going to cut multiples of them. Excuse the coughing. Morning, Claire. When have inked the background, does it need to be fully dry before emboss? Yes and no. I mean, you'll get a really deep emboss if it's still slightly damp. Some people spritz their paper before they emboss, so it's not going to harm it, but I wouldn't put it in if it's really quite wet, because it might crack some of the fibres, and then you'll get like the white or whatever colour, or whatever card colour you've used might kind of come through. Oh, let me just turn my overhead, otherwise getting shadow. So With the lighting's changing now, with it getting a bit more miserable during the day. Hey Carmen, not had a good week. Hubby had a cataract surgery on Tuesday, which went wrong. Back in the hospital for 5 hours Wednesday, and got to go in this afternoon for corrected. Oh dear. Is it going to be, they are correcting it though? Will it all be okay in the end? I know it sounds like you've been right through the meal with it all, but is it, this is definitely going to sort it. Must be terrible for him. All right, let's do some nice Friday morning colouring. I do love this set though. I've enjoyed using this one. Try and get one more card in, but to be fair though, it's autumnal, it's not Halloween, so this is still going to be nice to use into November as well. This is going to also complement the next collection quite nicely, so this could be the autumn kind of elements to kind of, you know, add on to the next collection week today. I'll do a recap of the sneak peeks as well later. I'll do that lot. Do another, need all of it really, so let's do another one of that. Got to fussy cut these. Squeeze that one there. Although they're all pretty easy to colour in. And we use the same colour palette as well, so it'll be nice and easy. They have said it will correct it, but nothing's certain, so keep them. Yeah, fingers and toes crossed. And working on the eyes as well. I mean, oh, that takes some skill. Well, any part of the body to be fair, but something about eyes, I think. They're so delicate. Hopefully you've got some nice good news by the end of the day. Wendy, excited for the recap. Hey Elida, Elidia, you did say before, sorry. All the names that have passed through my lips in all these lives over the years, I think I've done all right. Okay, and then let's do some more on here. I have cataracts and will need surgery at some point. My nan had it, but she never wanted the surgery. They did a few things that they could do just to kind of help, but she didn't want anything done. She got, there's a name for it and I forgot what it's called, but basically it's black from the middle of her eye, and then it gets more clearer on the outer ring. And there's a word for it, which I'm sure someone will mention. Degenerative. I'll know it when I hear it. So she had that, and that got really bad towards the last, I'd say 18 months. She couldn't watch her TV programs anymore, or she'd have to kind of look like sideways and stuff. Yeah, nothing worse. Look after your eyes. I had my dentist this week, and he said, he joked, and he said, honestly, he said, your mouth, he said, I think I need to take a saliva sample. He said, you've got nothing wrong with your teeth. You have perfect teeth, he was saying to me. And he said, for someone of your age to not have any cavities or nothing. And I was just like, well, you know, what can I say? Masculine, that's it. Yeah. So I was so he said, I'm more than happy for you to come back every 2 years. I was like, okay. Bearing in mind, I'd never been to the dentist after the age of 18 because I had to pay for it then. So when I went, it was 22 years later, and he laughed. He said, because they must have transferred our doctor. My mum, I think, registered me and didn't tell me that was it. Because they said, oh, you're already registered. I said, I've never been here in my life. And they said, oh yeah, 2021 or something. I was like, oh my gosh. And then my mum was like, yeah, maybe I did. So yeah, that was quite interesting. But nice to know I've got great teeth. So I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. All right, so we've got 3 toadstools, which I think is going to be, she says thinks enough and then puts another one down. 3 of those. He's going to be the one moving, so 2 more of them, 2 of those. I think the little ones is what's going to be like the fillers. Let's just drop another one of them there as well. And I'll stamp a few more in a minute. I know, my mum and dad said the same because I left them a voice note when I came out and I was like, guess who's got perfect teeth? And my mum and dad have both had cavities, you know, fill-ins, all sorts. And my mum said, well, it's me and your dad you've got to thank because we made sure you went to the dentist from as soon as you were born. So, and apparently I had some, there was like something that kids could have. I had like a coating put on them when I was young. And mum said, it's because of that coating you had. She went, so you should be thanking me. Which was quite funny. I don't know what this coating was, but anyway, apparently it was a thing. So, but both me and my sister, actually, my sister's got good teeth as well. So, yeah, make sure you look after your teeth, guys. I spent £1,000. Oh gosh, my mum's was like 700, Wendy. It's just so expensive. When they did the macular degeneration, she had treatment, but it didn't work. This is the thing, isn't it? It's not always guaranteed. My brother has had, and I have pigmentary disposition, glaucoma, and cataract. Aging sucks. I think I'm going to have eye issues. Both my parents wear glasses. My sister does, and I should, but mine is, it's such a small prescription. It's not enough for me to remember, if that makes sense. And I know that's bad because I know I'm putting strain on my eyes. But I don't, it's a weird one. I think I'm still on that very much just, I shouldn't, you know. I'm a bit slower because, like I said, my parents have always worn glasses from being, you know, young. I never had any of that. But yeah, we're definitely a family of people who wear glasses. My aunt, my nan, my gran, literally everyone. Not for the faint-hearted, no. I'm just doing a few extra little of the pumpkins. They take seconds to colour, but I think they're going to be the little fillers that I'm going to need. No, I know. I mean, yeah, looking at the screen from here, I can see it all. There is a slight haze to it, which is my, oh, what's it called? There's a word for it. I've mentioned it before. For the first, like, split second, everything's a bit blurred, and then and there's a word for it. And that's what they told me I had about 10 years ago. And they said, you will eventually need glasses. And then I went to the opticians, I think, beginning of this year. And that was when I got my first prescription. But it was very, very low, like 1 point or 0.5 or something. So it is there. But it was more in one eye as well. Is that a thing? Stigmatism. Thank you, Jeanette. Yeah, so I've got astigmatism, which is quite common anyway, I believe. But yeah, eyes, mouth, hearing. Got to look after it all. My eyes were okay until I had to work with computers. See, fortunately, Sharon, I don't really work with, I mean, I have my laptop and I have to do editing, but I wouldn't say, I'd say that's probably, you know, 80% is this, just, you know, creating, 20% is editing and emails. So it's not, some days I don't even open my laptop. Are they? I didn't realise that, Jeanette. Fisher seen it, she said to Google it because I didn't know why. Oh. Right, so we'll do all of the pumpkins orange, of course. But I think I used this one, because those oranges don't look like the oranges. Yeah, it's a lot darker than I want, so let's go with, let's try Marigold. Oh no, that's a lot darker than I think Marigold would be, but then I guess when you look at marigolds, they are that kind of colour. Where's the salmon? I've got so many cards in front of me, it's like a tower. Let's try pink salmon. And the other oranges. I'll just get all of these laid out. Just want a nice light base first to build on. I think that will work. Right, do you want me to bring you in a little bit? There we go. This shouldn't be a glare either. Right, what should we talk about? Let's have a nice little topic while we're colouring in. We've got the new Monster starting tonight on Netflix, or it might even be out already. Came out today, so I'm going to be watching that. That's my this evening. I've got a nice dinner already. I've got pasta, stuffed pasta, nice garlic bread. I've got a nice dessert. What's people's plans for the weekend? Usually that leads to a conversation. Are they cards showing off the new collection? If so, please share. Are there? We don't do all that until the launch, Anna. So you'll see the cards and all the samples when I do the launch. So a week today, you'll see all of that. These are using my stamp set from the Creative Stamping magazine. It's what's pinned. It's the pinned link in yellow on your screen. It's where did I just put it? Where did I put it? My goodness. Honestly. Oh, there it is. It's under my stamping platform. This set here. So this is the exclusive gift on the Creative Stamping issue. Chris was shopping in Meadowhall. Nice. Oh, I like that. I've already got a few presents. I'm going to start doing a bit more Christmas shopping when we go away. Me, my mum, my sister. 2 weeks yesterday, and I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to that. Hey Anne, nothing this weekend apart from craft room. Nice. I love those weekends as well when there's no one bothering you, no plans, and you just get to craft. I am painting. I've started painting my bedroom, which is a lovely feeling, getting the rest of those walls done. They've all been smoothed, everything's, you know, plastered, repointed, so there's the dust is slowly depleting, which is great. So I'm hoping to get that all finished this weekend, the painting. And then I think tomorrow I'm going to look for some tiles for the fireplace. I have got some, but I don't know if they're really going to suit the vibe that I'm going for. I want some old stone, like little square one, not little like mosaic squares, like 10cm squares, like that are all like smooth, rounded, in a stone. No, I meant the tarot cards about to fall. Oh right, sorry Anna. No, they were the ones I showed just now. They're using this set. I just balanced them on my shelf in front of me. So. Welcome. Yes, it is. Day of crafting. Nice. That'll be good. This is just my light base going down. And then we can do a nice little highlight. So what have you got plans for what you're crafting, Linda? Are you doing a class or something, or is it just you in your craft room? Has anybody seen anything out there in the crafty world that's like, they've thought, wow. I think for me it's these little spinners. They're quite a new thing. I think everyone's soon going to have those. I think they're really kind of fun. Inexpensive, just a nice little extra to have. But otherwise, there's not. Is there any new companies? New card styles? Fun folds? My sister and her partner are visiting from Wales, and my other sister and hubby coming from Surrey. So a nice chilled catch-up weekend. That sounds lovely. I plan on painting all of my kitchen cupboard doors, but can't decide. I have black granite worktops. What colour's your doors at the moment, Wendy? No plans at all. So a weekend crafting course. Nice. 6 friends coming for a class. Oh, that sounds really cool. I like that. Enjoy it. I had COVID last week, so need to catch up on boring stuff like housework. Yeah, it's horrible. And there's different strains now as well, isn't there? Sam, what black ink did you use, and are those water markers? So these are alcohol markers, and I use the Vesifine, which is pigment ink, so it's perfect for this, and it's great for fine details. There's loads of other good ones as well. A few people in chat have got their, different ones that they like to use, but this is what I've always used. I'm hoping for sunbathing, followed by a dip in the pool, and then a drink at the bar. Listening to a book and chatting sounds good to me. Nice. Bells Crafts. Hey Lynn, morning. Just popping in to say hi. Having to take Teddy out for his walk. I've been working on your Christmas range, Sam. We'll share later. Which set is this? Oh, nice. I look forward to seeing them, Lynn. This is the stamp set from the magazine that I'm using with the last collection penny slider. I'm going to do an AWOL pumpkin. I'm liking Alex Siberia stuff. I think Jamie's new dye to dot is a new idea. Dye to dot? Dye to dot. Oh, I have to look. I have no idea what that is. Dye to dot. It's got me. Dye to dot. I don't know now. I can't even imagine what it is. Give me a little bit of detail on it, and then I can have a look. Morning, Lisa, Louisa, hi Sam, and fellow muckers. Late again. We've sprung forward an hour here in New Zealand. Oh, I see. So it's later now for you. Oh. So I had a cool meeting in work yesterday. I was asked to organise a Christmas card make and take for the office. There's about 400 of us. Really? Avril, that's amazing. That would be so cool. So what, you're just going to bring in, you're all making a card for 400 of you are making a card, or you're bringing cards in for them to then take? How's it work? I don't quite get it. It sounds great though. Good morning, Miss the Notification Bummer. I hope you are doing well. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Lisa. Thanks for joining. Good morning, Sam. A bit late, but I'm here. No problem, Maureen. Watching you on the couch. Where are you off to, Lynette? Yeah, I think it's going to be really fun. It sounds like it. I can't get the spinners from Amazon. Oh no, maybe try Temu. I know a lot of people have got them from Temu. You could give them a go. Just put in nail art spinners. There's so many different ones. Some of them are really tiny though, and a few people have said that they're almost a bit too small, but you can put a bigger disc on top, so you've got a better platform. Mine are bigger anyway, so if you're doing 3D cards with this dimension, it's not going to matter. Let's whiz through this a little bit more, because I do like to try and keep up with the chat, but sorry if I do miss anything that you're saying. Oh, Torquay. Oh, nice. I haven't been there for, well, last time I went was, not to put a downer on it, but I went to watch the Osmonds with Mum. We bought our tickets and we walked around the high street, and it was just very sad. That was probably a year ago now though. I know they are trying to, there's a rejuvenation plan in place or something, so hopefully, just see which ones. They both look the same, but they are different. Vermilion and orange. What are you going for exactly? Are you going for a show or something? Do you know if Craftware will ever offer the PayPal in full? I have no idea. Apparently, PayPal are not that great to get hold of. PayPal are insisting that it's something that is decided at your end, to do with your credit score, your shopping habits. It's not something they said it's there. They have it. It's up on their system kind of thing. It's whether you then are shown it your end. I have no idea. I'm, you know, the same with you. I went on and it wasn't there for me. Sorry, I'm just going to have to blow my nose again. But I have no idea. But they are all looking into it. It's all being looked at. So, ooh, I love the Osmonds. Yeah, it was actually a really fun little show in their theatre. I did like it. I think I'm going to go for that one. No worries. Yeah, how about the reception team? Yeah, I'll get some help. Oh, I see. Gosh, yeah, you're going to be busy. We're going to have quite a long colouring session here, guys. But if it's raining outside, there's nothing better to do than just stay here, I say. There isn't really that nice in between with the oranges. So it's quite a jump from dark to light. But I'm hoping I can make it work. I don't know. There's a very big highlight on that one. I get printers to cut the mats and layers. I will then have machines that cut reams of card. Sam, where are you? Sis and Mummy can I got off to just been. Oh, so we're going to the Emma Bridgewater factory, and we're doing the afternoon tea, tour of the factory, and decorating. So we brought that package. So we're doing that on the Friday, so a week today. But we're staying overnight, so we're staying the Thursday night. Sorry, 2 weeks today. Its launch is a week today. So yeah, I won't be live in 2 weeks' time, so I will be on a little holiday. And then we're driving down then to Cheltenham and spending 2 nights in Cheltenham. And just doing shopping, nice meal, restaurant. Yeah. I work for a company that has a huge design and engineering department. We have 3D printers and all sorts of cool stuff. Oh, so you're sorted then, aren't you? I think that's actually going to look all right. It doesn't look too bad. I might just bring it down a little bit closer. So it's not as bad. Not ideal, but I think we can get away with it. Thanks, Claire. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Sister Day, NW have one each month. Sister's son went on honeymoon, was taken very ill. British Embassy flew him home. So catch up next week. Oh, okay. Sounds like you've got a lot going on. We had a really brilliant gravity day a few months ago where we all painted canvases. So much fun. Gravity Day? I don't get it. It sounds like you've got a fun job. You're not going to see a lot of all these pumpkins anyway, because a lot of them are going to be tucked behind each other, so I'm not going to be too precious. Just try and blur them a little bit. things happen, talents and everyone in the office. For example, we have delivery. Oh, okay. I thought it was to do with science. Maybe you were floating whilst painting a canvas. I don't know. And that's a good question, actually. Only share, not where you work or anything, but put in the chat, even if you're retired, what you used to do or what your job is. You don't have to say where, and you don't have to if you don't want to. But it's quite interesting because there's so many of you are retired, and yeah, it'd just be really interesting to know what some of you used to do. So if you're happy to share, like I said, no real details of names of workplaces, but just your roles. I think it'd be quite interesting to see what you've done in your past lives. Sounds like you died, you know what I mean? Right, let's grab some pinks. I'm just going to finish this one and move on to the next one. I want a stress-free office. Foster carer, 32 years working at a bank business department, retired now, but it was IT support. Finance worker, receptionist at a surgery centre, not yet retired but could be. I work in legal area, domestic violence. Gosh, I bet that's has its challenges. What's this one? Pale pink. We'll go with that one. So we're a nosy bunch. University academic. I'm retired now, but was a neonatal nurse for nearly 40 years. Prior to that, working at a college switchboard, and before then, I was a cashier at a bank. Hey Sue, sorry I've been unpacking my food delivery. I am retired now, but I used to be an oil depot manager. I wouldn't say it was stress-free, but we definitely have some benefits to make up for it. I'm a passenger assistant to Kelly and retiring in February next year. Nice. Hoping to relocate to the UK next year, fingers crossed. I was a professional volunteer. Worked as a PA for many years, but now have my own bookkeeping business working from home. Retired primary school teacher, IT coordinator, now hold card making workshops. How lovely. Sorry, I can't read them all out because I'm never going to get the colouring done. Spanish teacher for 20 years, made a career change and became a professional cook in my Spanish restaurant until 2018. Wow, that's cool. Then I retired. Oh, I want to read them all, but I can't. I'm surprised I've never asked that question before. I find things like that really, because I see, like, I've got the old people's home opposite me, and often when I park the car, there's, dear old men just sat looking out the window, and it's for dementia. The care home specialises in dementia patients. And I look at them and I just think, gosh, he could have been some high-flying businessman. He could have had really big, successful, banker. He might have been a, father to a big family. You just look at people and you, I think especially when we get old, people forget that we were people and we had lives and we were active, and I don't know, it's just, I see a lot of like old people at the bus stops and stuff, and I think, gosh, I wonder what they used to do. Probably outlived a lot of their friends, like my nan did. My nan outlived most of her friends, but they all had, very diverse career paths, and I just found all that really interesting. I love people watching and making up stories. Yeah, we've done that today. If we've been like having a coffee or something, or if someone's talking, my mum and dad are terrible for it. But if they hear someone talking as they walk past them and they say something like, "Yeah, did you hear Joan?" My dad would then go, "Yeah, Joan and Bob," and then he'll carry on the story and make something up. They've done that for years, which is quite funny. A weird family. Yeah, or they'll see someone and we go, "Oh, what do you think they're up to?" "I think they're having an affair." And if someone's having an argument, you kind of want to look, but don't want to look, you know. So it's more of a slight purpley pink. So I reckon either pale lilac or pale purple. My dad at 92 has no friends left. He outlived them all, and that's why he wants a pure cremation. Yeah, I get it. I do. I totally get it. I'm going to go for that one, pale purple. And that's the sad thing about life, isn't it? You outlive everybody. It's all right growing old, but I don't think I'd want to be the last to go out, because I've got a close group of friends from school, and we've said this to each other. And a few times I said, I don't want to be the last. Because none of you will be at my funeral. I want to be the first. So you're all there. It's a strange one. It really is. Life and death, and yeah. $102 and still goes out financial. Ah, that's so sweet. I've got a few younger friends. My best friends a little bit. I've got my 6 closest best friends. 7 of us in total, and they're from school. We've known each other since primary school. And then I've got my best friend Kate, who I met through my retail working days. And there's a few of us, but a lot of us we kind of say hello. In fact, I saw one of them. She works at the National Trust place where I walk Monty, so I was chatting to her the other day. So we do, and we said we've got to meet up for a glass of wine. She only lives up the road from me as well. But my best friend, she's 6 years younger than me, so she's like my sister's age. And we joke because obviously I hit 40 before her, and she's like, "You're my old friend," and I'm like, "Shut up! You're now late 30s, so I'd say you're nearly 40 as well." So yeah, I'll have her. I think if I'd still worked in retail, I probably would have had a lot more younger friends as well, because I remember at the time when I was in retail, we were all such different ages, especially when I worked in the department store. And we'd have Christmas dues, you'd have some ladies there who've been there for decades. You'd have the young Saturday girls. So I think your job as well, obviously my job, as much as we just cut out then. Am I back? Sorry, my phone just rang. I've ordered a washing machine from AO, not AOL, AO. Is it AO? Yeah, AO, let's go, that one. And ever since I've ordered, they keep bloody ringing me. There's no need to ring me, because I selected email as a preference. And when I've answered it, it's just like a junk automated thing. How has your service been? They keep bloody ringing me. I need to block them, but I don't want to do that until I get the washing machine that's coming on Monday, which is annoying. Oh gosh, I have really zoomed in. Have I? It doesn't look any different on my phone. Oh, I don't know. Maybe the phone call did something. It's a lot closer on my iPad than it is on my phone. I don't know why it's done that. Just see what it does now. Just moved it. Yeah, it's weird. No, it's still really close. It's weird because it's not that zoomed in on my phone. Oh, for Christ's sake. Try there. That's quite far out on mine. I know, guys. I can see it's too close. I'm trying to sort it. I don't know why. Because it's actually not. AO driver will ring. The customer service will ring the day before. Yeah, well, it's not coming till mind you, they're the weekend. Oh, wow, they can wait now. I'm not leaving a voice note. But just leave it there. It's not that far away now. I always find whenever I've like done an order of something that's a bit different, it's like my number gets leaked out, you know, even though you click the preferences to not, you know, it does. I don't think any of our data is actually private anymore, even though they say all this. I don't believe any of it. We're too digital now for it to be guaranteed. And look at all those cyber attacks and stuff. That's why we should still have cash. Cash is king. I very much believe that. We should still be using cash. Right, let's pick a nice green to lift this a bit. Let's do the lime ones. RAO driver rang us 30 minutes before. Yeah, see, it's not coming there till Monday. Well, no, I think it's Tuesday. It might be Tuesday, actually. Let's double check. Pale green, I think that would be nice. Excuse me. Yes, it is, Claire. Should always have it. I understand it doesn't need to be as used as much as it was, but we should never get rid of it. You know, charity shops, they liked cash. I know a lot of them now take card anyway. All like your little local markets. I know a lot of them have the cash card machines now as well, but car boots. Hey, what would happen to my car boot? And I wouldn't want to be using, you know, everyone having these little private card machines. I don't know. But then for kids being born now, would know no different anyway. They're probably never even going to have cash. I think any child probably born now, by the time they're old enough, probably never even experience the use of cash. Which is really strange. I have a little sum up card machine for my little furs a couple of times. Yeah, I see people with them at our local ones. And I guess for you guys, it makes it easier because a lot less people are carrying cash. A lot more people, sorry, are not carrying cash. And I'm not going to lie, there's been times when I've been, you know, short, and I've been like, oh, can I pay with card? And it's like £1 or something. And they're like, yeah, it's fine. Looking cute. This is going to look very sweet. Hardly ever have cash now, even parking the cars. Yeah, I've got the apps. You're right. Digital ID and digital money, all about control. I hate it. I mean, I don't need any. I've got a chipped passport. I've got a driving license, which is all digitalised. I've got obviously national insurance anyway. I'm not looking for another job, so right now I'm not going to be doing anything. I just don't understand any need for why I would need to have it, and loads of others when we're already British citizens, born, raised, all that lot. I just feel for people that sadly don't look white, because that's what it's all down to, let's face it. And it's just sad because there's too many layers to that conversation, and it's just sad. And I don't like what the government are wanting to impose and how it's making others feel. I just think it's all very sad what goes on in the world. But we don't talk about too much of that in here, and I think there's a reason why, because there's too many views on it all. But the one thing that unites us all is card making, and that's the one thing we all love. So that's why we stay away from the politics. Might tip on it a little bit, but yeah, it's there's a much bigger agenda behind this. I always carry cash. I don't like paying with card. even on the phone. Yeah, my little grocery store, the little local one, they always say they got a little one of those cash is king, you know, signs, and they always prefer, and my local bakery as well, they prefer cash. Oh no, Jeanette, it wasn't. No, don't apologise at all. It was not that. It's me. I have to stop myself. I will easily go on a rant, and I could feel myself when you said that, and I knew where I was going to end up going. So I've just said no. We don't. That's it. So, no, it's not you at all. It's me. Very much me. Right, pale green. So we did the light. No, that's the pale. So you'd think that one would be. That's actually darker. The lime. I feel sorry for people who don't do digital like my friend. Yeah, well, my nan, bless her, she just had no idea. We had to do all that stuff for her with the bank. And when we go into the bank, they were like, "Oh, well, can you go on the app?" And then my mum is like getting stressed with the like cashier, like she doesn't do it. She doesn't do online banking. We're here now, right in front of you. We're here. Can we not just do it right now? Here. And I feel for them as well because they've already got to do their job. But, and that's the frustrating thing when you're actually in the place and then they say, well, you have to go on and do it. And it's like, but I'm here with you right now. But then there's some things it's all great for, like all my self-assessment, you know, my tax and everything. It's just so easy. I just put it all through an app and it's just done. Whereas when my mum was a childminder and she was self-employed, she would spend, her and my dad would spend ages, all the receipts, getting it all together. Like, you know, some things in life now are much, much easier, which is nice. And then, yeah, other things are difficult. The thing I hate the most is self-service. Wow, have you noticed a lot more, especially where I live, they're not weighted anymore. So they're just doing it more on trust. There is someone constantly watching it, but just you haven't got that stupid woman going, please add to your basket. Please remove from your basket. Please pay. Please pay. Please pay. And you're trying to sort stuff out. Unexplained item in the bagging area. And I'm like, shut up. Yeah, a few of ours have actually got rid of it. Only place I use cash is at the barbers. Yeah, well, they're money laundering, aren't they? Like, so even our barbers now, all the Turkish ones, they all have signs up saying we accept card. And then the actual local, I think he's a raving racist, to be fair. He's got all like stuff up in his window and he's like cash only, but he's the first one to moan about all of the Turkish barbers. But he's a character anyway, locally. So, yeah, the cashiers is an interesting one. Unexplained item, unexpected item. That's it, isn't it? Unexpected item in the bagging area. It'd probably be area specific. I'm fortunate I do live in a nice area, so there's probably a little bit more trust locally, but it still get abused. Hi Mike, by the way. Older people haven't grown up with it, find it difficult. We had an abacus when I was at school. Oh, I hate to work in a shop with all those voices going on. I know, it must drive them mad. Ordering Sam's products from Craftworld is a good technology thing. Easy. Hey Deborah, my dad struggles to put pin in with his arthritis. Oh, the thing I hate the most is I've done that one. Over here it's good mix of cash card, but have seen more moving forward. Yeah, it's strange because when I was in China, Lisa, which was, you know, when I moved over there, it was 2014, and it was all cashless. Everything was digital, like scarily digital, but they were all just getting on with it. You only use cash at the wet markets. They are so ahead of us. They've got robots that will walk for you. Right, you strap it to your knees and it will walk you up a mountain. Like, they are just so advanced, yet everyone mocks them, and especially, like, you know, certain Western countries, quick to criticise. But there's so much going on out there, and some of it's really quite interesting. They're very, very advanced with a lot of the technology. Keep mixing these two up because I think that one is the lighter, but it isn't. These little kumquats are very cute. What time are we on? Oh gosh. That bit of the card won't take long. This is the long part, is getting all this coloured. How long do you think it'd take for me to cut them out? How long did you say? How many? You timed me, Jeanette, when I was fussy cutting something. And you said I fussy cut so many images in this set amount of time. Only thing I'm glad of paying by card craft supplies. Like I said, technology is great and we need it and we have to move with it. AI, I think it can sit with us. It's going to get abused, like everything, but I think we have to embrace it, and I'm using it for certain things with my work. And yeah, there's going to be lots of good things from it. And that's how we just evolve. You know, I was watching Downton Abbey and they were getting excited with a hairdryer and when the telephone was installed, and you know, the older generation there were like, no, we don't need this. This is terrible. What does it come to now that people can't even just walk to the house to say hello or write a letter, you know? So you're always going to have the likes of us older people, you know. But it's just how it's going to go. There's no way of stopping it. So we've got to try and embrace it, try and learn as much as we can with it. Help those that struggle. I thought this was a little kumquat when Sarah was doing it. That's what she said to me. That's how they look. They'd be yellow. Obviously I painted them pink or orange. We'll do the rest of the pumpkins in a minute. I want to get these leaves done with a few different greens. It's not really going to be browns as such. I might do the odd little orangey. Let's use that marigold with the darker orange, I think. I have a robot to cook and clean. I'd have a robot to cook and clean, yeah. That would be good. Well, they look just like I know a kumquat to be. So maybe I'm confused with what I'm thinking is a kumquat and it's what you're saying. I'm going to try not to talk as much. Talk amongst yourselves. Have some conversations together while I just whiz through these parts. Hi, honey bunny. Why does that remind me of... What's this? There's a honey bunny something. There's a movie where she sings, a girl sings that. Oh gosh, why don't I know what it is? No. My honey bunny, da 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 da. I could picture her and the voice. Kumquats are tiny, yeah, they're very, very small and they have all their leaves all around them. guys, they can be anything you want. But for me, they're a kumquat. If you want them to be gooseberry, raspberry, bloody orange, whatever you want it to be. I don't care. Excuse me. AI is already abused in schools. Teachers use it to write their reports, comments, but expect kids to use it. Yeah, but the kids are probably using it when they go home. Please write me an essay with 500 words about whatever it is. And then they handwrite it, just copy it. Yeah, fantasy fruit, there we go. Like I said, everything will get abused until it's been in place for a while, and then people see where it's being abused and they put things in place, measures in place. I think AI is going to get so good though, they won't even know. They'll be like, it will cheat them, you know. With that one, I'm getting all these greens mixed up, I know it. I just don't want to add in too much brown. The thicker end actually. So I don't think about this before I go live. I'm like, yeah, we'll do this with loads of pumpkins, and I'm like, actually, to colour all that in. And this is what I have to try and explain to my boss. He knows now, but he's not a card maker. Lovely. I've got my work colleagues and who I work for are brilliant. But trying to explain to them in the early days, they were like, yeah, so we'll do that. If you can get all that done by then. And I'm sat there thinking, hang on a minute. It's going to take me a week alone to just stamp and colour all of these sets. Then I have to decide what I'm going to make. Then I have to cut everything. And then I can put it together. So when I say to them, it's like 2 weeks, you know, to prep for a launch. And they're like, oh, just make a card. But they get it now. I'm like, if you want good stuff from me, good samples, then I need time. But now I'm just left to it. No one even bothers me. They just know, leave her alone. Especially like the 3D stand and displays, they take ages to just cut all the pieces for one, you know what I mean? We have an AI in work, she's called Rosie, send out reports and stuff, very handy, but such a gossip. There's been the first AI musician, AI movie as well. I think the first AI movie's been done. I think it's just going to be like, look, you know, a new kind of CGI, that kind of thing, innit? You just got to learn to now have these things sit alongside you. Yes, some people are going to, their jobs will get replaced. But that's just happened anyway with a lot of things, not just AI. Different technologies, things advance. They no longer need the human element of it. Yeah, I think it's I think in our normal homes, like my home is an old cottage. I can't have that much tech in here. Like, I ain't gonna have no robot running around. It'll be in like my smart devices and things like that where I'm going to really have it, but that's as much as it's going to really impact me. And then when I'm out and about, however businesses use it and stuff. That's the darker one, so I needed like darker one to go with this. I think that's what I don't know her name, Mike, but I think that's what I saw. Is that the one? I mean, there's loads of little AI things on, like little ads that pop up that I see, and then it takes a minute and then I'm like, oh, that's AI, because AI is so polished right now. It's just flawless in how it looks, so you can after a while kind of pick it out, but eventually they'll probably learn to mimic the flaws and everything more of a human. I showed my mum one and she thought it was real. It was like a news it was reporting all this news, and I showed it to her, and she went, "Oh my God, that's terrible." I went, "Mum, it's not real. That's AI." She went, "Oh my gosh, if I'd seen that, I would have thought it was true." So you can see how it's going to get used for propaganda, and like I said, I think just got to be very careful, haven't we? And just hope that we're going to be protected, you know, from that kind of stuff. But this is where I think social media is going to have clampdowns. They're already talking about more rules coming into place for children, which I think they should have done years ago anyway. I laugh at the hands. Oh yeah, the fingers and stuff, and they go all wobbly. I always look at the hands. Someone said that ages ago. Said, "Oh, you can always tell AI because of the hands." So now I just watch the hands, and it's weird. Or things in the background as well. They don't quite sync up. You know, someone might be walking in the background, and then they just like disappear. So there are a few ways of still like detecting. And the voices, it's not it's not organic. It's very, again, smooth, no messes. Like the way I'm talking right now, I'm coughing and splutting, you know, not feeling great. I don't think AI's mimicking that kind of thing just yet. It's just all very, no pauses, no like compassion or feeling in the way they're talking. Excuse me. Yeah, extra fingers. I think if you're into like, you know, you've got your own business and you're looking at ways to promote, and there's some really good tools out there. There's some things I want to play around with and use. I already use a really good app to give me my backgrounds for my cards, and that's like almost instant. It's so quick to do. Whereas before I'd have my light box and I'd have to set up props and stuff. So all of that's gone now. So it saved me space, time. You know, I pay a subscription yearly, but it's worth it. That's just one little way. I also use ChatGPT to put together like compelling titles, and when I do my blog posts, I basically get it to write the blog post for me. Write me a blog post about this card, give it all of the prompts, and it will do the rest for you. Meant robot, not orbit, fat finger syndrome. I need a colour for that leaf. Maybe like a real deeper kind of pink. Let's get the rest of the yellow, not yellow, the orange on these pumpkins. And then we're nearly done. Oh, bye Jeanette. We'll catch up somewhere and do a screenshot of the sneak peeks. You've seen them all. I thought I was starting to feel better, but I started feeling really crappy now. I feel like I'm getting a sweat again. Maybe it's just because I'm sitting down quite early on in the morning. Usually I'm like standing up. Hey Elizabeth. Things creeping before you know it. It's quite frightening. But in the robot subject, I have a robot over. And it's, yeah, if you look around, you'll be surprised at how much you already have of, you know, yeah, technology and things. And, like even Alexa. Look at all of like the uproar and scare with, you know, asking her to play, and she does everything now. Sets timers for me, recipes, my music, all my notifications, my calendar, shopping list, you know. And that was really, you know, there was a lot of people, I'm not having that. She can listen into what I'm doing. And look at us, most households now have some form of an Alexa, whether it's a Hey Google, Siri. You're probably already doing it without even knowing, you know. I have the kettle on virtual. Oh, coffee please. Black coffee. I think mine's pretty much gone. Is Mike skiving, Simone? Hope he's making you a drink there as well. Who's crafting at the minute? Right now, what are you making? What's on your desk? We're making all our appliances like... Oh, sorry. Yeah, lights are going on and off. I've got a couple of smart lamp light bulbs. But again, because the cottage has got very thick stone walls, I can't have it everywhere. So, and yeah, my hive I've got, that's all smart. You know, I can turn my central heating on when I'm not even in the country. Like, you know, if you told that to me years ago, you'd think, no, I'm not having that, it's terrible. So it does just happen. It does just appear, creep up, as someone said. I think you just got to embrace it and try and enjoy some of it. But the whole money thing, I still think we need cash. Because tech can easily stop working. Power cuts, cyber attacks. We need our backup, and our backup is cash. I mean, we've got one cash machine now on our local high street. They just closed down the last Santander bank, so that's now gone, which is sad. Been there for decades. Now it's gone. And the one that's outside the co-op is dirty. It's really minging. Don't like to touch it. You need gloves on to poke your number in, you know. Horrid. Colouring Christmas stamps. I'm making a crochet cardigan. We'll be card crafting this weekend. Nice. I'm colouring pumpkins with you. Hey. I think I've mixed all the greens together now. I don't think everything's the same, but it's okay. Mother Nature isn't perfect, so neither are these stamped images. But they look cute, so we don't mind. Sorry if I've been all over the place. My zoom is a lot further out. I feel like it's come closer again on the screen. I'll put it right out when I've stopped. Like zoom it right out and then start again. I thought, yeah, different kind of pinky. That could be quite nice for these. So we've got a lot of orange. Let's bring in a nice pink leaf. Some lovely, really beautiful red that's turning on one of the like climbers on one of the older walls where I walk onto. It's all starting to turn a really lovely red. It's like a kind of ivy, but not. I'm putting my CNC machine together in my workshop. Ah, I see. I don't know what that is, but it sounds interesting. Sam, as it's our 32nd anniversary, he took a couple of days off. He's making me tea and taking abuse from myself and Benita every time he comes into the craft room. Sounds like a great anniversary. Enjoy and congratulations, guys. 32 years of each other. That deserves a medal. You watch, I only use a handful after colouring all these in. How many of you? Well, there's 100 of you here. 104. Thank you. You know I appreciate it. This is very much real crafting in real time with some chat in between. It's just a nice distraction for a lot of us with our crazy lives. We just sit down and rabble and chat about anything, and hopefully make a nice card at the end of it. When you've got a lot of stamps to colour, sometimes it's just nice to stick with a more simple colour palette. So pinks, oranges and greens, that's it. Yeah, how many likes are we on? 91, that's not bad. We're nearly matching the amount of people watching, so thank you. If you've not hit the thumbs up, just click off the live, the cross, and you'll see the little thumbs up. And I really appreciate it. I love listening to the chat while I'm working. It's like I'm not sat on my own. Yeah, we've said this before. There is something about lives that are really nice, because you just don't feel like you're on your own. You feel like you're actually, like I said before, I'd love to hear you all. It would be a racket, but you know, hearing us all chatting together and stuff. And I've said before, there's quite a few people who don't participate in chat that watch, and you know, that's totally fine. But they do message afterwards and say thank you, and you know, in the early days, like how much these kind of lives help them and stuff. Because for some people, they don't leave the house, can't leave the house, different mobility issues, and sometimes this is the only interaction that people get. So, which is why I've always loved doing my lives. I'm trying to look for the marigold. It was there. I think I did pick it up. Is that the one I used? Yeah. And I would be sat here on my own anyway, so why not join you all? Does that mean you're getting your craft room back to yourself then, Smith? 32 years and not a crossword. I wouldn't dare. Right, let's do the rest of these. Try to fill in all the bits. I feel like I've gone from one to the other. I can hear Mr. Mont's moving. What time is it? Oh no, it'll be fine. His breakfast is downstairs. He sniffed it and then went back to bed. Cheeky little thing. But then dogs sense the weather. He knows it's wet and raining, so he's probably thinking, yeah, I ain't doing nothing. I'm going to sleep the whole day. What we got left? Just the pumpkins there, and then that little leaf and some pink blending. Let's do this one, I think. I don't chat a lot because I'm knitting and can't put it down. Hey Pink. How it should be. I've got some absolutely stunning dahlias growing in the garden that I brought from Car Boot from a lady. It was £3. It's gone huge, so I'm going to have to, I know a lot of people do dig up the tubulars, is it? So I think I will dig them up and then replant them in a new home where they've got a bit more space, because it's like totally going over the salvias, and I've got a little fuchsia bush. They are stunning, but because I've got the grass seed, I can't really walk over. Let me just zoom this again because it just keeps looking like it's moving. Because I want to cut them, because they are obviously more of a cut flower, and next year hopefully have some really nice bouquets with them in. Oh, I've got a bit of green missing there. Shading. It's probably not the same one, but never mind. I need to do I think I'm going to have some bits left over so I can always use them on another card. They're all done. Helps me a lot while I was having chemo a few years ago. Took my mind off what was going on. Stayed ever since and look forward to the lives. Oh, thank you, Alison. I'm glad you're here still to watch them. And yeah, there's been a few situations like that. People recovering, people just dealing with all kinds of things that we all go through in life. And it's just nice to just have that time where we just switch off from it all and make pretty things. Right, let's get that orange down and that one. Did they come out a little bit? Yeah, see, I've zoomed right out. You can see all my desk on my phone. So ever since that phone call, it's messed it up. What's everyone going to have for lunch today? Let's have some lunch recommendations. I might get a salad bowl from the bakery down the road. Yeah, when you just can't be bothered to leave the house though. I know, can you imagine if I was using colour pencils still now? We'd still be here. I'd still have only laid down the base colour. I do love my colour pencils. I think I've got so into these now though, and for the speed, colour pencils, and I do hold like collection launches with colour pencils. No wonder I used to get panicked and stressed that I wouldn't be able to get it done. We'd still be here, only 4 more to hit that. Oh, is it almost in sync with the amount watching? Yeah, it's free to do, guys. All my content is free for you. So yeah, hit the thumbs up because it helps me out. I can't believe it's like, well, it was 5 years in March that we've been doing these craft alongs. That time has just absolutely flown by. And it's helped me as well. I've said I went through some of the hardest times of my life whilst doing all these lives, and you would have never known. Because I just took it as time to just step away from all the issues and stuff. I look at where I was when I started to where I am now. You know, it's, life's a funny old thing. It's not until you look back and reflect sometimes that you remember, and you're reminded like how far you've come, what you've gone through, how resilient you are, how amazing a lot of you are, people that have fought cancer, changed their lives for the better. And there's some of it's sadness as well, that you've come out of it and you're carrying on. Which is why I always say it's good to have a hobby, it's good to have something. It doesn't obviously have to be what we do, but just something that you can take yourself away from life, you know. And I've said it before, I think of a lot of these gangsters and people that commit all these crimes, they haven't got hobbies. I think if someone really found a true passion, when you find a passion in life, it totally changes you. And I think there's so many people out there who will never know what their hobby or passion is, you know. And I find that really sad, because I believe that there is something out there for every single person, whether it's, you know, quad bikes, mountain climbing, which is why it's key to get kids out, and experiencing all these different things. You know, school environment isn't always the best environment. It's not the best fit for everyone. And I think for a lot of people that, especially kids that go a little bit AWOL, I think it's because they need a different learning environment than that academic school environment. Get them out. You know, you see when Jamie Oliver back in the day, he did that 15, didn't he? And there was loads of those kids that he kind of helped. That's just one example. And I know there's loads of great charities out there, but they're just underfunded. But I bet there's so much talent as well amongst a lot of these kids who are just so lost and don't know what to do, or they've got no one believing in them. You know, and that's sadly, until there's more money, just the government give more to local, you know, estates and boroughs and all that lot. It's just never going to change. Postman's bin. I was watching a video the other day. That's why I love volunteer work. So many people with financial problems. So lucky to have the life I live. You certainly have helped so many of us in so many ways that you will never know. Oh. So you seriously need a hot whisk. Do I sound that bad? I'm feeling it. I must admit I am feeling a little bit meh. Yeah. I'll power through. The only downside, Sam, I have to stop and do other things that interfere with my ability to join, but I don't miss many. I said before, Sam, without finding you during the pandemic, it would have been a very difficult time for me. So again, a huge, big thank you. Thank you for joining, being here. That's why I love my volunteer. I've done that one. Yeah, I'd like to have some time to do. I think once I've finished with this renovation stuff, because that does take all my spare time, I want to volunteer. I'd like to do some kind of classes or something, or just volunteer down in my charity shops or stuff, but I'd just like to do something else with my time. I actually really like pumpkins now. No, I was watching a just a funny reel. I'm going to do this one pink, and it was a group of men, and they were. It said something funny like the title of the reel was something like some people find this sad. We think it's cool, and it was a group of about 10 mates, and they went away for a girly weekend, but it was obviously a lads weekend, but it wasn't booze and drinking. They all went and brought their craft trolleys, and it was all model painting, you know, all the Warcraft. And you know what, I watched the video and I just smiled the whole way through, because I just thought, good on you. I think it's lovely. Anybody I see with a passion and loving what they're doing, I really love. I think it's great, because I know the feeling they get from that. And it was just a group of men around the table with beers, but they all had their kits set up just like us, as if we went to a craft, you know, class or something. And they were, yeah, just painting their figures and admiring each other's work and stuff. And I just thought, I think that is so nice. There should be more of that stuff. And there probably is. It's just a lot of the time men don't really share it, do they? Right, let's cut. Let's do the mammoth fussy cutting. I've just zoomed out again, trying to see if it'll reset. It was, Claire. It was so nice, I thought. And they were like young as well. Some of them were obviously a bit older, but they was like in their 20s, you know. Some of them were really hot as well. I thought, you know, I need to find out where they go. And I've always said, it's not, when I say to people, I don't really say I'm a card maker, I just say I'm a designer, you know, paper crafts. Because sometimes if you just say card making, people are like, what? You know, they don't get it. But that's why I've always said, I think it's more than card making for me. It's a little bit of art. Not all my cards end up going to anyone, you know, but I just enjoy making them. It's just, rather than having a canvas, that an artist would have, I have a card blank, but I'm still creating a little bit of art, you know. Hang on, let me get these all cut and then you can set the timer. Someone set a timer and see how long it takes me to cut. Oh, I haven't counted them. This might be a time where some of you might want to, you could probably like clean your bathroom the time it will take me to cut these. Make another drink. It's definitely going to be a longer live today. But yeah, count them first and then I'll say this. I'm going to roughly lay out as I cut because there are a lot here and I don't want to spend half an hour cutting a load and then not use them. So I'm going to roughly cut out what I think I'm going to need and lay it out along that card. Get rid of all of the excess card because it makes your fussy cutting easier. Oh yeah, there's nothing else to do. Right, I know I definitely want the pumpkins. So he's going to be a while. We'll have him. Definitely one of those. I'll have 3 pumpkins. Pumpkins 3. So I don't think I'm going to need 3 of them. I think I'm only going to need 1. 3 toadstools. 3 of them, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A couple of kumquats. Kind of roughly. You always want your leaves because they're your little fillers. Yeah, see, that might be enough. So we're going to fussy cut this and I'm going to just lay it out on there as I do it. Right, timer, ready, go. That took 2 minutes. So I'm always moving my left hand. The scissors are just being, you know, cut up and down, but it's the kind of path that the scissors are cutting is all being done by my left hand. So that's one top tip. Should have a little stop timer at the top of the screen. You will have to talk amongst yourselves now because I can't watch the chat and cut at the same time. That's a talent I don't hold, I'm afraid. I am feeling a bit of pressure, Jackie. But it does also encourage me to be a bit faster and not chat, so that's a good thing. Trying to make sure I stay in shot. I think I can hear the rain. At least the garden's getting a good water and the grass. I just need to get the last of my path done whilst it's still a little bit warm in the ground. I was hoping to do that really this weekend, but I think it's just going to be wet. I don't really fancy getting covered in mud. I'm going to try and find a bit of time next week. Oh, holding our breath. Count them first. Oh, I didn't. It's all right. We can count them after. So the chat doesn't line up with when I'm, it's delayed. So sometimes you guys say things and it's already happened. It's going to look cute though. Little ones don't. It's quiet and all you can hear is the ticking of your clock. Good morning. Hey Carol. Just doing a mammoth fussy cutting session. Sunshine here. I use less fine for all my images and use alcohol inks with it. It makes, just make sure the ink's dry. Yeah, some of you do, don't you? Yeah, and I'll probably move all this because I need one of them to have room to obviously move above, but it's just handy to see roughly how much is needed to fill the space. Colours and stuff go perfectly though. Well, there's still 100 of you watching me fussy cut in silence, so you either find it relaxing or you've fallen asleep or you've gone off and done something else and just left the live on. that? One more mistake. Anna's keeping the phone. Just means YouTube would just be like, oh, quite a few people have liked that live. We'll make sure that gets pushed out. People obviously like it. And then you're more likely to get your reminders sent out as well. Hypnotised. I just love watching it. Another toadstool. How many more thumbs up? We'll do another one of them and some more little ones, because he's probably going to be the one that's going to move. What a fun little pumpkin patch. And also by doing the lives like this from scratch, you really get an idea of how long a card's going to take you to recreate. Obviously I've coloured in a lot more images than I needed to, so I've obviously spent a bit more time on that, but you know, it's nice for people to see what goes into putting it all together and what time you need to set aside if you want to do yourself, you know, do one yourself. Surely that still shows us one thumbs up though, Dee, doesn't it? I don't think it's done by multiple devices, it's done by the account. No? I don't know. Because people would have thumbs up. Some people have probably done a thumbs up and they're no longer watching anymore because they've gone on to do whatever. Yes, it's 106 thumbs up, but there's only, oh, there's 105 you watching. That's strange. Great, but that's how the algorithms work. It's like when I like something on Instagram or TikTok, when I'm like scrolling, I then get more of that same thing or more from that same account. So it works the same with YouTube. If you like something, then they are more likely to then send it to you. So, like I said, free to do, but will also help you get notified of things that you like. A lot of this is going to shift, and it's going to be up on foam, layered up and stuff, so Just want to make sure I've definitely got enough. Oh, a little bit too close there. Sorry, I'm out of shot. That's that one, but better on telly. Nearly done. These last two. That's definitely enough. Once I've got my penny slider cut, then I can stamp the sentiment and then put it together. I'll do some white highlight as well on some of these. There we go. How are we looking? 14 minutes, I think it's a bit longer than that, isn't it? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22. Well, if it is 14 minutes, then I was averaging. Oh, there you go. 14 plus cutting the images. That took you. Oh my goodness. Less than a minute for the image average, though, so that's good. It's still really close. That's as far as I can zoom out, which is strange. Right, let's choose the penny slider. Like I said, I think I want this one to kind of go down. The idea is he's going to come out and then move and be able to come back down again. So I think I want the penny slider there, and I can have a sentiment stamped there. As long as there's a bit of room for some foam, but that should work. That's definitely a Guinness book. Maybe I could set one. I bet. Is there a Guinness book of records with fussy cutting? Maybe I could train. Set the new record. It could be a craft industry one. That's hilarious, actually. Right, card blank. I'm going to cut that one in half. I think I've cut that. I bet there is. Yeah, no, I thought that's completely wrong. Why is that so out? Why can't I find my, where's my deal? 2 secs, guys, I'm just trying to find envelopes. That must be out. I've run out. Right, let's try that one then. I think that's the right one. Yeah, I'll just trim this down. What's it say? You believe your skill is exceptional enough to set a unique standard, but you could potentially record for the first time to fussy cut a specific number of images, or most meticulously fussy cut images in a given time frame. Oh God, that's quite funny actually. Right, that's going to look nice with the border. So let's choose the sentiment. I do like the welcome to the pumpkin patch. I think that's perfect. I'm going to do that one. And it's a nice size for it as well. This is all dry enough now as well. I did cut it, so I'm just trying to stick that back in place. Is that right? Looks straight. Is that right? Yeah, it is right. I think that's okay. I could set a record for the slowest fussy cutting. Is that straight? A little bit crooked. Is that? No, it's in line with that one. Oh well, we'll do it. Sorry for how zoomed in it still is. I have tried to sort that out, but we are zoomed right out on my phone. In fact, I think you can even see my floor. But I don't want to restart the live or anything, so excuse me, I'll just try and stay within this area. So we've got all of those, which should be lovely for, I'll do a nice little YouTube video using them for something else. I've got a little idea actually. Right, that is still wet. Let me just try and dry that a little bit. Don't want to rub that at all. Okay. And we'll take him and get these bits cut out. Just put some wax in here. It just helps glide. We can use a real penny as well. Yeah, true. Just don't want to rub that. Right, let's just cut these. And they all come together. So it's always the colouring that takes the time with my cards. The card itself so quick. If you had a pattern paper pre-made, you know, a little ephemera or something, you could whip this together in probably 15 minutes. But if you cut everything and then do a little fussy cutting challenge, it takes a lot longer. Once this is, you know, this month's over with, it's full on at Christmas mode, which I can't wait. I just stick one onto the foam and then I stick the foam onto the back. Yeah, and then take a little one Oh, actually, let's stick it onto here first. I always get the order of this wrong. So just sit this down, take this one, add a little glue. Forgot to put my blue pin on. Don't forget to use your glue pins. So yeah, make sure your borders are correct. Stick that in. That's where it needs to be. And then, yeah, that's the card. Take this one. Stick it on your other piece of card in the middle. And then stick that one over the top. And we should have our AWOL pumpkin. And you could still, if you wanted to add a bit more weight to it, lift that off and add a little coin, even at this stage. But we've got our pumpkin, he's had enough, he wants to go. So I'm going to pop some foam on the back of this, just to lift it all up. Just don't get it too close. Oh, the crown, do we know what they're for? I think it's just about engagement. It's just to give you, it's just like a free little acknowledgement from YouTube, I guess. Can't tear this one. Some of them you can tear, but this plastic on the top. I'll cut all of it. And probably go all along there. You just don't want it to dip anywhere. As long as that doesn't touch anything, which it doesn't. You could also put a yeah, so it spins and moves all at the same time. Be like a roller coaster ride. Okay, and then you just want to line it back up with that piece. So, and there we've got our pumpkin. So now I'm going to, where he goes, just make sure that I've maybe got stuff that's a little bit lower, or just make sure that whatever you've got is kind of curved so that it's not going to stop him kind of coming back into that, you know, moving around. I think we can have that one. Move that across a bit, actually. There we go. Let's do another one, and then another leaf. Oh, I've got some glue. You want them to look like they're part of the patch. I'm going to pop a little foam on him. And I'll put a little one there. Nice. That can go behind there. Yeah, see it's sticking him in there a bit. Don't mind how he falls back, but I kind of want him sitting in there. I think if I put a coin on him, he would definitely have the weight to move away from it. I think the paper's just kind of tucking him in there a bit, so I might move that in a minute. Let's pop that one there. Oh, thank you, Maureen. Is it just 1, 2 and 3 with the crowns? Or are there more? Because I only ever see first, second, third kind of thing, I think. So I don't notice it that much to know, you know, exactly what it's about. Don't want that one there because I don't want him to, yeah, I think we're going to have to put him on a coin just because he is kind of tucking in there. He's fine when he comes out. If I get the coin on him, he's definitely, see he's hitting behind that pink one. I'll grab a coin in a minute. Let's pop that in there. I do love these images. Maybe the little, oh. Have him down there. Yeah, the background's really pretty, isn't it? Although you don't see hardly any of the green now, but you've got the green in the leaves and stuff, so I think that kind of helps. I just love all the leaves and just filling it all up. My favourite kind of cards. All your stamped images and stuff, I just love them. It takes time, but I just am always really pleased with the final result. So make sure it's tucked right in so you don't, yeah, I'm going to have to, I think I'm interfering a little bit with it. Got 3 pinks kind of, although that's on there, maybe not that one. Maybe that's enough, you know. That might be enough. Some of you probably already said there's way too much. Let me just grab a penny from my purse. 2 secs. The 5p actually, because that felt even heavier and it's smaller, so use the 5p and red tape. I'm just going to add an extra. That should stick nicely onto there. That's perfect. And then I'll just add maybe not. Try again. It would be fine if I didn't have all this stuff quite close to it. I'm wondering actually, I think I should move that one. Maybe have it down there or something. Maybe I can leave that one as well because it's just a little bit too close. Okay. Yeah, what would we do if I didn't have that? There we go. Yeah, it's just now it definitely doesn't, you know, it can get away from. He's a little bit high, but the idea is he kind of sits in there. Yeah, I can't push him down that much. He's going to have to just be like that. He works though. I love it. I feel I need a little like the go faster little they'll be on my other sets. These ones here. Just one of these from the sports one. It's very sweet. I absolutely love the card. It's come together really nicely. Just maybe like something there. Just like around, no, maybe not. No, maybe not. Maybe that smaller one. Just wanted something that. No, maybe not. Oh, what we will add is some birds. Because I love my birds. It's pinned. Who said that? Briar. It's the where the yellow pin is. It's will take you to the magazine. It's from Creative Stamping. There we go. Gives it a little bit of a Halloweeny, spooky. But I actually think the highlight, that lighter orange, just works really well. And there we go. So I've got all of them ready for another card. So I will get that all sorted. Actually, I'll do that for World Card Making Day. I've got something for next week that I could just put up tomorrow, but I think I'll save that. So I'm just going to blow my nose. Oh dear. Oh. Definitely feeling a bit worse. I hope I'm not coming down with something else. But there you go. We've made a lovely card. Let me just bring in the others that I've made using this lovely stamp set. So that one is similar with the colours. Again, just show you that one working. Oh, AWOL. Yes, he's catching there. Maybe I either put them down flat like that. Might be better. Yeah, that probably would be better if I just put those two down. I like all the dimension, but just stick those down. It's so fun. I made my first slider card yesterday. Yay! Thank you, Rita. Sam, I'm late. Oh, that's all right, Deb. Don't worry. Just doing the little finishing touches. Make sure I don't push that down too far, but I think that's better. Yeah, it's kind of gets the other ones, but that's a lot more free now. Those pink ones are down. So yeah, just play around with your positioning. I kind of want him to sit when it goes in the envelope. He'll kind of be there. Yeah, it's cute. So we got that one, and then I did this lovely floating hammock style. I did the side pop-up card, which is lovely. And then put small, no, I don't want them lifted, D. They need to be flat because he's lifted. So that was the problem. Excuse me, that was the other one, different version. And then this one here, ooh, which is very cute with the wheelbarrow. Welcome to the pumpkin patch. How sweet is that? And then obviously today, so yeah, what was that? 6 cards. 2 that are the same, but 6 cards. And then I'll do another one tomorrow. It's a 7. So lots of inspiration using this one, plus all the inspiration in the magazine as well. So endless stuff with that. And elements of it you can use all year round as well. You've got your toadstools there for spring cards, the leaves, just colour them differently. It's only really the pumpkins that obviously make it autumnal. But even the drinks and stuff, cinnamon, you can use all that at Christmas time and just colour it in different colours. It's going to be lovely. So there you go, sneak peeks. So I'm going to share everything now because next week I'll only be live on Wednesday. No, I won't. Sorry, that's it. I won't be live until the Friday. I don't do Wednesdays on a launch week. So yeah, I'll be live again next week. So first sneak peek coming in bottom left. Okay, that's 1. And then 2, we know, is this lovely set coming back. So I'll just show you all of that. Not coming back, this is new. So this has got your big Halloween, your big Christmas, luck, wishes, well, good, home, sympathy, hugs, get, and then you've got all your other words to then make the sentences. You've got get well. Yeah, you can just mix up loads. Sweet with deepest, welcome, kisses. And obviously these are going to mix and match with your other ones as well. So if you just want Merry Christmas as one big sentiment, then you'll have the Merry from the old set and then the Christmas from this one. Then another set. Oh, I'm going to come up down here. Okay. You can see little stars on him there, so he can work for a certain big event coming up at the end of the year. And then this one. Okay. Oh no, can you not see? Oh no, because it's, oh geez, that's going to be bloody difficult to try and, right, let me, I'm going to have to, it's going to be so delayed on my iPad. Look, this is, so let me, I'm going to have to bring this in, right, until it catches up. I can't change the zoom, Melissa. We've had an issue since someone rung me. So it is what it is, I'm afraid. It's been like it for the last hour or so. So if I just bring this in. Yeah, we know why, guys. I know why. It's just I can't help it. I'm just having to go slow so I can see when this comes into frame. Because on my screen, I'm showing the whole thing. You watch when this renders and goes up on YouTube, it's going to show everything. I'm still trying to bring it down when my screen catches up. Okay. Right, that's the first one, because we haven't seen anything else. Second one, I'll come up this way. Let's do that, see how well that works. This is a pain, this is taking ages. I feel like I'm just stood here for ages waiting for my screen to catch up. Hopefully, can you see? I'm showing the whole thing right now. No, this is more fun, Carol. Oh, right, there's the little fella I was saying about with the stars on his head. Oh, right, to this one we've seen. You would have seen that one because that was in the middle. So we don't need to go over that one again. And then, which way did I go this way? Yeah, the one thing I said I would never do. Simone. Okay, this one. Again, I'm just waiting for my screen. What's that, Carol? I can see something. I don't know what that is. Right, you can see that one. Again, I'm just waiting for it to update on my screen. And then this one. Like I said, some of you are going to have this. You might have guessed what it is. Not sure how much is showing. Come on screen. Coming a bit more. Sorry, this is so slow. It's the last bit though. So for some of you, really, there's only 4 new things. Can you see that? There we go. It's same but different. That's all I'm going to say for that one. Right, that's it, done. So, tutorial coming out today is for this lovely card as well. So keep your eyes peeled for this style. Obviously, you don't have to do a space theme, but we've got the wobbler on the front. And then when you open it up, you've also got your spinner inside, which is so cool. Absolutely love it. So yeah, that spinner you could put on that disc as well. So not only does it move, but it would spin as well. Again, I don't know how much is in the screen because of the zoom, but this one will be coming out today. And that is a take on this one that we made on Wednesday's craft along. So, which is very sweet. So it's this lifted platform, pop-out platform. So yeah, it's just been a week of really nice cards. I'm really pleased with what I've done and shared this week. Gosh, I think I sound worse now, Karen. I've been having a right one. I feel a bit bleh. But thank you. I'm hoping it is passing. This is just the last of it coming out of my system. So yeah, sorry about the Zoom. Like I said, I can't do nothing about it. It's clearly to do with the phone conversation, or the phone when it rung. But I hope you all have a lovely weekend. And yeah, sounds like lots of crafting is going to be happening because of the bad weather that the UK has at the moment. Lots of rain, and we've got a storm coming. So, but I'm now gonna. Is he Mr. Monty? Are you ready to get up? He's not moving. Right, I'm going to go and see what he's up to, make a fresh coffee and get photos and get all that stuff up for you today. So yeah, thank you as always for joining me. I will see you next Friday for the launch. So yeah, no live on Wednesday, straight to a week today. And yeah, be a fun one. Looking forward to it. It's a really sweet collection, as you can see. He's still sleeping, yeah. He's just, oh, he's here now. Hello. You gonna come say hi quickly? Come on then. He's such a sweet boy. You are just a pleasure, aren't you? You are a pleasure. All these people that say sausage dogs are a nightmare, I think I've got a broken one. Because he's just a lazy boy and he's so warm. He's been under my covers, haven't you? Hey, are you beautiful? He's probably so close to the screen, guys, so apologies. Right, I'm going to go and have snuggles with him, make a nice coffee. Like I said, enjoy your day, everyone. And I'll see you next week. All right, take care. Bye.